Welcome to my channel. If you like anything I share today, go ahead. If you feel called to let me know, go ahead and let me know. Subscribe if you would like. Ultimately, I am here today to document quite a bit of things, okay? And it's definitely not an easy day as a human in this human body. But I do have a seriously amazing, beautiful message that is coming in hardcore from the Syrians. Okay? And so, just to give you a little bit of context of like where I'm at right now. Where I'm at today is day one of this amazing 5-part class that I channeled. Okay, these are things that I've been building upon for 3 years straight. And they were very strategically channeled and fast, and all last week. And so I'm busting my butt off, obeying. God knows I obey everything. And I did really good, like amazing. Very proud of myself for the amount of work that I got done. And all along the way, as I am teaching, learning and teaching, what I'm also doing is I'm being the full-on observer that is actually my present day self, but at the same time, I'm observing my behaviors in my present day self that is being guided from my subconscious mind, my lower energies, right? And so there were a lot of things that came up for me, like, whoa, Brooke, you ain't doing that, or whoa, Brooke, you can totally up level on that. And at that time, I was like, yes, okay, I completely understand. I mean, I know I'm a student of my work. This is all making sense. I'm so grateful that I'm given this opportunity, because it's really an opportunity to learn. And as much as in the past, I would be pouring myself into teaching and teaching others, I woke up yesterday during a little bit of a trance. I wasn't even sleeping, but part of me was. And I was like, holy crap. This was channeled for you. All of this studying and training you've been doing, you have learned that the truth is within us, okay? So you hear me say this all the time. Our answers are within us. Our answers are the safest place for us right now to find refuge, to get our own guidance. And our conditioning does not allow for that. So it takes quite a bit of work for the conscious mind to put in, to be able to just put a little crease in your wiring, put a little bit of a crease in your brain where it's enough of a crease where you're not going back, but it's not enough of a crease that, just like poof. All of a sudden you are only your highest self all the time. There is no such thing as negative or anything like that, right? And, but so as I wake up. Okay, so I start doing some journaling last night. Like, okay, I get to be my highest self as what's my next level from who I am right here and right now. I get to observe where I'm coming up short, right? And so doing that through the specific tools, modalities that I created to be able to do that. Okay, so that's part of the class, right? And so as I wake up, I feel amazing today as I'm going through my day doing the kind of work that I'm doing that my highest self would be doing. A lot of different things are coming up for me. And this is what stops people, is they think that they're going to come and everything's going to be perfect and they're going to be perfect, or they're supposed to be perfect, and they're just going to get so angry at themselves because they can't just do what everybody else is doing and have it look like everybody else and things like that. And what I get to represent is, what does my highest self actually look like? What does my highest self as a human look like? I am blessed with emotions. I am not a victim of my emotions like my conditioning will want me to believe to help me stay in the negative 3D mind scarcity fearful thinking systems. So there's just this sweet spot, right, between that knowing and the conditioning. And because my conditioning has been very upgraded, it's still old news, man. Now I get to go to the next level. So constantly having a practice of what kind of a process can you go through to create this evolution? Because if you're not evolving, you're dying. Okay, that's it. Whatever, you know. Sometimes people gotta hit rock bottom. But ultimately, as I'm like, okay, all of these things that I'm teaching to no longer do, I find, hey, maybe I'm not doing it as a mom anymore, but I'm sure doing it with my business. Pouring out, giving everything, trying to be absolutely perfect and on top of everything for everyone and yada yada. And I'm like, wow, isn't that so funny? I know I've overcome that where I don't slip back into it. I sometimes easily fall, but yet I have enough modalities, enough knowledge, enough remembering, enough new conditioning to get my butt up and not to stay in there. But I didn't notice how much I was doing it in my business. Like, oh my God. And now what I get to do, why I'll share with you in a minute, like we'll go into the channel part, but what I get to do now is I get to freaking be the student of the teacher. I was the teacher last week. I get to be the student this week, but I still get to be the teacher. Okay? But I'm the one guiding me. And that's how the whole class itself, that's how everything I do is created and channeled. And it's not for you to do things like me. It's not for you to do things like other people, but it's to have resources, modalities, and solutions to be able to find where you keep doing the same thing over and over again, because what you're doing over and over again looks completely different than what I'm doing over and over again, even when I think I got it. it shows up in a completely different way, completely different realm, completely different part of my conditioning and my brain. So what's fun about that is year after year after year after year dealing with the same things. Like, you would think I would get better, but this is the beauty. This is the luxury of being human, and actually the simplicity of the human. But we want to bring in so much complex. But the simplicity is you really have one main hardcore belief based on something that was downloaded as a survival and when you were younger, and it's not bad, it's not good, it's nothing, but the faster you can find that one thing, the faster you can spot it in multiple different areas of your life and just know, oh, there it is. Oh, okay, this is what I get to do to heal and grow and move through the process. And so what working with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Jesus as a perfect trinity for me right now, and my soul's purpose, and my not only my protection, but my pure guidance. They're like a magnet, man. They guide me. They move me this way, push me that way. Move me this way, push me that way. And what the Syrians are like, this is what they need to know, Brooke. Over and over again. The most important thing for a human to know, a starseed to know right now, is get your freaking cloak on, get your protection, call in the resources, call in the angels, because you don't have a choice but to heal and grow or die and be soot. Okay? And what comes from soot is actually new life and growth and greener than green could ever be. Right? There has to be a destruct and a grief and a remembering and a figuring out and a rebirth. And then evolution. Okay, so it's critical that because this is going to start to look different than it looks right now, okay? It's going to look rocky. You have to go inside. You have to go inside. You have to go inside. There is nothing out there for your happiness or joy or who you get to be here on this earth out there. Nothing. Okay? And it is extremely painful and challenging and exhausting of a process. It's exhausting of a process to step back and take ownership. It's an exhausting of a process of letting go, and evolving is always a process of letting go. And so there needs we can't just let go and skip. Like, we gotta let go, but grieve. And we don't want to grieve. We resist. That's why we don't let go, because we're scared of what might happen if we do let go. And what happens when you let go? Squeeze your fist, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And that is what Kundalini energy is within the body. Is just that. Not this, but this is your reminder of how much tension you have. And what happens when you actually allow for the Kundalini yoga or the Kundalini energy, and you let go of all control and all of what you think it to be true. That release, that relaxation. That is it painful to go like this? Yeah, especially when your fingernails are digging into your palms. But then why the hell are you hanging on to the things you're hanging on to for so long? And it's because you don't know another way. And no one is teaching you the real true way to go inside. They're saying, hey, this is how I go inside. Let me help you do what I do. Okay? No, we need guidance. I didn't just come up with this shit. I have multiple certifications. I have multiple, you don't even know what's downloaded in this brain to be able to even get these downloads from the Syrians, from the pyramids. Okay? It took processes that I learned from teachers and guides. Do I do it the way they did it? No. Did they show me what it looks like to be able to do this going inside on a real heartfelt level? Not just like as protection, like to hide. No, we're no. You, no. The reason why you need protection is because you are no longer hiding. You can no longer hide. You are bright and vibrant, and you are gonna stand out. And our human conditioning as women, that is not okay. And per one of my classes that I taught, all about awareness, is it's okay to be okay. It is safe to be safe. What is it going to look like to know that in your heart? Who do you need to call in? For God's sakes, I got Mary Magdalene, which is she of 1,000 angels. And oh my God, hang on. Okay. I just had to do that. If you have not learned how to get your angel wings, let me know, because I love flipping my angel wings out and visually seeing them, and they're so heavy, and they're just so like, they make me feel very connected, very vibrant. But it's really fun to have angel wings, so make sure you get yourself some. And as you do all of these things that you are doing, as you begin to see things that you've never seen before because you've been only looking with the naked material eye, you're going to start to see things different. You're going to start to see codes above people. You're going to start to see different vibes, different lights. And what also starts to occur is you start to live up here. As your light comes through, I love that, filters. As your light comes through, you beam that out. You start living up there. You're able to start to observe. And because you have some karuna compassion from Kuan Yin, you know that, and you're in 5D land, 6D land, whatever, you know that there's nothing you can do for the people who are left behind. They are content. They are choosing to be there. They're choosing to wallow. And it is not for you to come down and sift through the soot anymore. Okay? There's enough of us who are up here awake. So stay up here awake, and start to beam. And when you start to beam, what that beam is, what that light is, what that energy is it's actually more and more and more love. And that's how you get to higher dimensions and higher levels. And yes, it's working with all elements, but what it takes is how much more love you can let in, how much more love you can give and receive. And for me, that's something that is my number one challenge that comes up in every area of my life. I have issues with letting anybody in, or giving myself away a little bit, because I am so guarded and I am so protected because I am a starseed. People do not understand. People do not understand. And I've been living my life thinking, when am I going to be like everybody else? Like, when am I going to get this? Like, when am I going to be able to settle? When am I going to be able to just love the life I have instead of desire more? And then I woke up to, you fucking crazy. There's no way you want to be any of that. You've been safe and protected. The world wasn't ready for you. And now, working with Mother Mary, we are going gangster. And we are going to help every single one of you starseeds, especially the younger ones, start to love and be loved more. And that is going to also start with I have specific timeline quantum work, internal DNA shifting work that I guide people through, where they go up in here and in here. They are able to rearrange their own DNA through the words from my guidance, from the words that are being guided out of me. And that's how you're going to bypass listening to what other people are telling you to do. That's how you're going to bypass your conditioned mind. That's where you're going to bypass your old beliefs and old thinking. If you could just think different, then you would. If you could just be positive, then you would. Like, get fucking real. Stop listening to somebody that says, just think positive. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, no. Because I'm telling you that it takes that negative thought to be able to have a positive thought. But if somebody's telling you to get rid of negative thoughts, you can just change your mind. That's not the intention of the human. The intention of the human is to comprehend what it means. Why you think negative in the first place. Not to disintegrate it. No. But what it will take is work to know why you would want to create more positive wiring in your head that no longer allows for the reptilian brain to control your life. The subconscious mind, the most immature part of our brain that is possibly there, that we absolutely need because it keeps us living every single day. So really comprehending that. And with that being said, just want to close out. And I am so emotional right now after an experience I had yesterday. Yep, throat chakra. You are you. You are divinely created. You are wonderfully made. That is not a lie. But there's so much yuck that is clouding that truth. And that's not your fault. That's ancestors. But you do have a choice. And the ancestors are like hardcore on my shit right now. So listen to my stuff, because they're like, these are the things that need to stop. And these are the things that are coming from us that you can no longer use as excuses because you know better. You have different options. You are upgraded. Okay? So just gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna allow for everything to come up. I'm going to feel it. My head hurts. My eyeballs are pounding. I'm doing things that are being guided from my highest self with my body and conditioning that is like literally in collapse mode because it's dying off. And so it's a process. Like I said, I'm in that sweet spot, right? And like that's what Kali Ma said. Okay, all right, bye.